I remember growing up, me and my family, we would love to go outside and eat food trucks, restaurants, whatever. But a lot of the time, because I grew up in a Muslim household, we had to go and ask the people working there if their food was halal or not. And oftentimes, I'd have to be the one to go and ask them if the food's halal or not. It was super awkward. I hated asking that question because you go like to the minimum wage worker who's dead, who just wants to go home and play video games, wants to clock out. And he had this little skinny fat kid approaching him and being like, "Excuse me, is your food halal or not?" And I just felt so awkward. I felt so uncomfortable asking this question. Just talking to strangers in general, I hated doing it. All I ever wanted to do was just sit in my room and close my door, turn off the lights, and play video games all day. And whenever I had to talk to anybody that was a stranger, I hated it. I wish I could have been that guy who super easily could flow and converse with anybody, any stranger he walks past, be that social butterfly type. I wanted to be that, but then I also hated talking to other people and I found it super awkward. Even growing up to be a teenager, growing up to be a young adult, I never got the hang of talking to others people, especially strangers, and having a good conversation with them, flowing without overthinking, without being, I guess, in my own head and insecure, having that confidence inside of me. And I got a little lucky, I won't lie to you, because of my job. I just applied for a job around a couple years ago. And I got pretty lucky because I applied for a job. And I got pretty lucky because I was able to finally develop the skill of being able to talk to people through my job. I just applied for this job because I wanted to make money, right? I just wanted to save up some money to buy a car, save up money to buy a house, whatever, right? But little did I know I was going to have hundreds of conversations with strangers, literally hundreds and hundreds of opportunities to develop the skill of talking to other people. And I finally not that social autist. I don't like talking to other people. I like to stay close, have a tight knit friend group, but if I have to talk to a stranger, it's no problem. I'm able to do it very comfortably. I'm very easily able to flow conversationally and not just have that, super simple small talk. The younger version of me would have been baffled if he saw me today just talking to complete strangers like it's fine, like it's nothing. If you want to develop that skill, it's literally just exactly what I did. I got lucky that I am in a position where I have to talk to strangers and it's completely normal. If, for example, you're like on campus or you're on a bus stop somewhere and you talk to a stranger, maybe the other person won't be as comfortable. They think, "Oh, this guy's kind of weird. Why is he talking to me? Shut up." But that's how you develop that skill. If you want to be able to talk to people, you want to have that confidence, you want to be able to not be that weirdo, that social outcast that everyone hates on. You got to be able to talk to people, and you're going to learn how to talk to people by talking to a bunch of different people. That's all it is. There's no top 10 tips here that is going to save you. You just have to talk to people. It's like gym again. You can overcomplicate it with all the different routines, with all the different splits, with all the different keto diet, carb diet, carnivore diet. Or you can just simplify it and say, just hit the gym every day and hit the gym hard. That's how you build muscle. Doesn't matter what routine you use, doesn't matter what tips you use to help you build the muscle, as long as you hit the gym consistently and hard, you will build muscle. Same thing goes right here. You have to talk to people. Doesn't matter what tips you use, doesn't matter what you do. Even if it is you like get a job like I did, and that's the excuse that you have, that you're able to have these conversations with a bunch of strangers. Just thrust yourself in that uncomfortable environment that you hate, that you're scared of going through. Go through that. Go through it a bunch of times, and you won't be that outcast, that social outcast, the weirdo, sitting in the corner, not talking to anybody, just walking past everybody with their head down, shoulders slouch. You know that type of guy, right? You're that guy right now. If you don't want to be that guy, don't be such a weirdo and talk to other people. Be a normal human being. So many guys I bump into, they're so weird and they can't talk and they can't hold your eye contact. And I used to be that guy too, so I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm just trying to say I know how it feels to think that everyone thinks you're weird and they actually do think you're weird. So you just gotta talk with other people. You gotta be in that environment where you develop that skill. And it's an important skill to have. So do it. I'm not saying you have to be friends with everybody, but you can at least, like, minimum make a good impression on everybody you talk to, right? So talk to a bunch of people. Yap. Yappy yap.